Bay Area Gala raised over $500,000 to support child welfare projects in India. Child Rights in U America supports education, healthcare, and child protection initiatives across underserved communities. Venki Harinarayan took the stage at CRI's San Jose Gala, blending philanthropy, entrepreneurship, and a nostalgic nod to childhood CRI cards. Actor Vikrant Massey also headlined events sharing personal journey from modest Mumbai upbringing to early struggles.
This room with people, like-minded people, if I may say so, with people who we all share a common thread of humanity and philanthropy and charity. And most of you know me as an actor. Some of you have seen my films, some of you have seen me on television. And like Sir said, when he said that, why am I attached with CRI America? So I'll just give you a little background about it. I come from a very modest background from Mumbai, and always wanted to be an actor, but I never thought I will be an actor at the age of 16. So I was compelled to step out of my house to support my own education. And education is something which is very, very dear to me. And I'm not really surprised that the moment ये शाहरुख खान का जो dialogue है कि जितनी शिद्दत से मांगोगे वो मिलता है, because I understand the value of education and what role it can play in uplifting not just an individual, not just a family, but entire communities. God sent me a movie like 12th Fail, and here I am. And I never thought, I am actually the first person in my family of 4 to actually visit the United States of America. Nobody in my family has done. Yeah. So, it is an extension of me. It is an extension of my own value systems. I very genuinely feel that education is the only way forward. I know CRI America and CRI India, there are many verticals. They are empowering people, like Ramana Garu also said, protection, land rights, equality. These things, everything, all these things CRI America and CRI India are working for. But education is something which I personally very strongly believe in. And a lot of my worldview changed after I became a father in 2024. I have a 2-year-old son. So, I come from a school जहाँ पे मैं हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ बीच में, right? I come from a school, and as I told you that I was compelled, there was no other choice for me to go out there and support my own education because I could see my father's drooping shoulders. I could see the stress on his face. And I decided to take it upon me to support myself and my family. पर ऐसे बहुत से बच्चे हैं वहाँ पे. जिस स्कूल से मैं आता हूँ, वहाँ पे ऑटो वालों के बच्चे पढ़ते हैं. वहाँ पे रेडी पे सब्जी बेचने वालों के बच्चे पढ़ते हैं. जिनके पास हम पानी पूरी खाने जाते थे, वो हमारे जूनियर के पापा थे. वो हमको पानी पूरी खिलाते थे और फ्री में हमको लास्ट में सूखी पूरी 2-3 देते. So that is the socio-economic background I come from. God has been kind, you guys have been extremely kind, you guys have supported me for more than 21 years, whether on TV or in theatres, you guys have supported me, and I recognize the privilege that I have today. I recognize the impact of my movies making today. I recognize what, besides an actor, besides the identity of an actor, I can go out there and share my life with people, and I can empower them. And it's not just me, we all can do that. The trajectory that I've had, I won't take much of your time, the trajectory that I've had is unbelievable. There are days when I sit back and I'm so grateful. I look at my child, I look at the house I've built, I look at the adulation and the love that I get on a day-to-day basis. The only thing that comes out of my heart is a thank you. Oh. But there was an intervention that came my way. At 16, a lady spotted me outside a restaurant called Out of the Blue. It sounds like a film script. Out of the Blue in Pali Hill, Bandra. I'm sure most of you know of, whoever is aware of Mumbai. She saw me, there was an intervention there. She came up to me, she told me that, we are casting for a new TV show and you just look like the guy we want to cast. And I was working as a barista at that time. I used to wait tables in barista in Juhu. And मैंने सिर्फ एक सवाल पूछा कि पैसा कितना दोगे? And they said कि 6,000 रुपए per episode देंगे. और मेरे दिमाग में कैलकुलेशन शुरू हो गया कि यार 24,000 रुपए महीने के मुझे उस वक्त मिलने वाले थे. 24,000 से मैं क्या क्या कर सकता हूँ? That lady's name is Dipti Kalwani. She intervened. She pulled me out of that, and there's never been a moment where I've had to look back. God has been really kind. But today, आज भी there are so many kids back home in India, especially from rural India, who need our intervention, who need our support. And I know so many of you donors actually put in the effort. Whenever you go back home to India, you make sure that you visit those sites, the projects, and it's incredible. So you're deeply, deeply involved. So thank you firstly for that. So today, I come from a very privileged background. I come from Bombay, but I don't believe that Bombay or Delhi or Hyderabad are real India. The moment you move 100 kilometers away from these cities is where you will see real India. And the challenges continue to remain. There are so many boys who actually want to cross that invisible wall which they think is impenetrable, but at some point in time, they are forced into child labor. And if not child labor, they are forced into hard labor because that is the only way that they can go back and feed their family. You know the poverty margin, right? I don't need to tell you guys that. You guys are from the Silicon Valley. Numbers aap log mujhse behtar jante hain. But 80 rupees a day is what we, 70 rupees a day is what we qualify as above poverty, which is even less than $1. There are girls out there who are forced into early marriage and unfortunately sometimes child marriage even today because the family considers them a burden because they have an extra mouth to feed. Though we've come a long way, but there's still a long way to go ahead. वो शायद हमारी lifetime में भी पूरा नहीं होगा. And lastly, and this is something which I have derived out of my extensive travels, the life I'm leading, everybody sitting here, each and every person sitting here, we need to look back and understand the privilege we all come from. World over. Correct me if I'm wrong, we are the food that we are eating, the clothes that we are wearing, the lives that we are leading, we are only 3% of the global population. We need to give it back to them. And lastly, I know I see sad faces. I don't want that to happen. I'm really sorry, but I actually had no speech prepared. I'm just sharing my life and my worldview with you guys, and thank you for being so patient and listening to me. एक inevitability तो सबको पता है. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or day after. एक चीज हमको पता ही है कि हम सब जाने वाले हैं. अभी नहीं तो कभी ना कभी तो जाएंगे. अगर आप जापानीज हैं तो 100 तक आप सेंचुरी मार लेंगे. ठीक है. 70-80 years in the context of time, we are only minor blips in the history of the world. So let us all go out there, do whatever we can in our own limited capacity. Let's try being the brightest blip in this particular. And as we move forward, you know what's coming up. This is the most important part. This is why we've all assembled here. To do whatever we can in our own limited capacity. To give it to those people. And that's so graceful of you guys. And मैं आपको ये लिख के दे सकता हूँ because कहीं ना कहीं मैं भी वहीं से आता हूँ. रोज रात को आप, they don't know who you are. They don't know what you look like. But a sincere heart out there is always thanking you before going to bed. And I'm very, very sure of that. So please go out there. Don't just pour your hearts out. Please pour your wallets also today. Yeah. And we need to bridge the gap. There is a lot of gulf. It is these baby steps that will empower people back home in India, those kids who have the potential to go out there and live the lives they deserve, they thoroughly deserve. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being so patient. And thank you for your contribution. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.